What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today I want to talk to you on some expansion updates and what that will mean for Lucid. Over and above that, how Lucid might have tweaked the Dream Edition to make it a little bit more efficient. So I'm going to be talking on all the stuff you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciated. With that, let's get right to it. So some positive news as far as deliveries. It looks like they are starting to deliver in Europe, which once again, I think that was very much expected from a lot of individuals. They did say that in the Q3 earnings that it was going to be done in Q4. They really left it down to the wire, so 1 week left, give or take, before the end of the year. But still, it still counts as a check mark that it was done in Q4, at least started. So once again, that is a very positive sign, and it is all a very beautiful domino effect because these studios are going to drive up demand, which will equate to higher reservations, which will equate to more and more revenue for the bottom line for Lucid, because that is exactly how Lucid works for its marketing, or within its marketing. It's just word of mouth. So that's what Jeff Curry recently did say, is that's their main marketing aspect, is just word of mouth. So let me know your thoughts on that. So hopefully Lucid will eventually be taking over Europe as a whole. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence at the end of the day. When it comes down to this PR, as good as it is, there's one thing that a lot of people aren't necessarily catching on, and that is this. So the Dream Edition. Keep in mind, the Dream Edition for Europe is considered the P and the R versions, not necessarily the North American one. But when it comes down to the European Dream Edition, it looks like their range is 883 kilometers. And looking on Lucid's website, it shows the Dream Edition as 837. So like I said at the beginning, maybe Lucid behind the scenes did tweak it, obviously, in making the P and the R. Again, I don't know as far as sizing, if that needs to be changed or anything, but once again, they might have tweaked it to make it a little bit more efficient, which once again is absolutely very positive. And oddly enough, I haven't really seen anyone catch on to that or really talk on that. So let me know your thoughts on that. Overall, when it comes down to the media and articles, I think a lot more articles are coming out that are very much optimistic on Lucid, because looking at the price, it has gone down so low. In fact, that our stochastic is at 5, and it's been very oversold basically since November, beginning of November-ish. So I think we are very overdue for a little bit more of a value rally. And again, when one of those value rally does kick in, most likely we'll be able to go up 20%. So I think one is very close. That's just how I feel based on the technicals and just how the market is. It's been going down for so long. I think a lot of people are now just assuming it's going down based on no fundamental reason. So if I ask someone, why is the market going down? They'll just say, I don't know. That's just what it does. So at this stage in the game, I think there's just no fundamental reason for it to continue to go down, insinuating there might be a little bit more of a sign of a value rally. Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, like I said, but some latest articles that did come out are very much optimistic on Lucid, more specifically 2023 and onward. So as I always say, Lucid is a long-term investment. 2022 can be considered a little bit more of a learning curve for Lucid. Of course, Lucid made some mistakes in 2022. I think we already acknowledge that and are aware of that, but longer term, they're learning from their mistakes. And I think that's a more of a better takeaway from anything. And over and above that, comparing Lucid to Tesla, definitely it shows it's a little bit more advantageous. So it does look like this influencer did a comparison between the two. And oddly enough, the only negative that he does have on Lucid is the trunk space. Again, I don't really know that, and I didn't really watch the video per se, but just based on the article, he says the trunk space isn't sufficient. But once again, maybe the trunk space isn't for everyone. I don't know. But still, based on the actual technicals though, things are looking very good. Stochastic, like I said, are extremely oversold. Number of retail investors for the most part have been just out. And you can tell that based on the momentum indicator. So where my actual cursor is at 0. Anything below that shows that we are losing more retail than we are getting on that daily basis. So once again, I think over the last little bit, people are just very much fearful about the broader market and also Lucid, potentially filing bankruptcy based on obviously Meet Kevin and Elon Musk as well. So let me know your thoughts on that. RSI is very oversold, and on the actual chart, as I've said over the last little bit, we are kind of in no man's land. So just following psychological barriers between the $7 to $8 range is most likely where we're going to be at. I personally feel we are going to bounce again off of that $7 range and trend to to the 8th, whether it be the tail end of the week or sometime very much soon. That's my own opinion, of course, but given the circumstances of what is happening in the market, once again, like I said, we are very much overdue for a rally. And shorts, for the most part, are easing off a little bit, and obviously taking that lightly. Short score is currently 85. Utilization is 100%, showing 100% of the available shares to short are currently out. As of today, right now, they did increase 1.71 million shares, bringing the grand total to 149.91 million shares being shorted. 25.22% is the short interest of the free float, so definitely very high in that regard. And just going back here, in total, there's $1.07 billion worth of shorts shorting Lucid. So if Lucid does have a very positive catalyst, fundamentally everything is there for it to have a squeeze. It just needs that catalyst, whether it be their Q4 earnings, but keep in mind that's most likely going to be at the beginning of February. So I don't know if retail investors really want to sit around for 2 months waiting on a catalyst, but hopefully there is something positive that does come out sooner. So let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below, in addition to this kind of increasing inefficiency on the Dream Edition. So like I mentioned, 883 kilometers of range versus on their website 837. So once again, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe, always greatly appreciated. If you do like my channel, want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.